Hey, two dorks, one mic. We're coming back to the podcast.
Everybody, we're coming. We're back.
Back again.
The Defenders review discussion was we're back, but we're back.
We're like Arnold. We're back again.
I was gonna say Bruce Willis. Like we've been back enough.
God, really? Are we making Expendable 2 reference? That's the second one, right? Expendable 2 reference?
Yeah.
Fuck. That movie.
I just thought that line was funny. It's like, no, you've been back enough. I'll be back.
Yeah. You've been back enough. I'll be back. And then for no reason, Arnold goes, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
He doesn't even say the motherfucker part of it. He's just yippee-ki-yay. Like, fuck, dude. If you're gonna say the line, finish the goddamn line.
Exactly.
It pisses me off when people don't say the line, but they don't add motherfucker to the end of it.
Yeah, yippee-ki-yay, It's part of the line. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Fucking finish the line.
Exactly.
It's like every time I watched Die Hard with my mother at home when I was a kid, she let me say it.
Yeah, yippee-ki-yay,
motherfucker. Catchphrase.
Yeah, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
But we're back.
We're back.
That's what's important.
So,
there's a shitload of stuff that we have to talk about.
Oh, and we're back just in time to hear a fucking Joker origin movie that's not part of the DCEU, and Jared Leto's not back, and fucking it's being written and directed by the guy who did The Hangover, with Martin fucking Scorsese producing?
This seems like one of two things: a fever dream or a wet dream, depending on where you stand on this. Because this could either be a great idea, or this could be a fucking
But
nightmare.
do you really want Joker to have an origin?
Well, this is something that we've discussed before.
He's cool because he doesn't have an origin. He's cool. Part of the reason he's cool is because he doesn't have an origin. Yeah,
one of the greatest villains ever conceived is great because we never get a clear answer as to why he is the way he is.
Exactly, and it's scarier that way.
It is. That's kind of like a good horror movie.
Yeah.
When we don't get a thorough explanation as to why scary things are happening, it makes it all the more terrifying.
Well, it's like look at the original John Carpenter Halloween versus like Halloween, I think it's 6 with Paul Rudd. First one, it's scary. They just have Loomis give a monologue about how he just was evil. The kid was just evil. And that's all you needed. Versus Halloween 6, where they start talking about, this pagan ritual that, puts all of the evil into this one child, and he was chosen, and, he's got this cult worshiping. It's like, no.
Oh, goddamn. That makes a little bit more sense now because I haven't seen all the movies, but the last one I did see was the 2009 sequel to from the remake in 2007.
Right. And
there was all of this spiritual crap that made absolutely no sense to me until I read a description of it.
Yeah.
That's what was going on? It wasn't just a crazed killer runs around killing fake teenagers for an hour and a half.
For 20-year-olds pretending to be teenagers.
There's like a term for that. I can't remember what's the term for that.
I don't know. I didn't know there was a term for it.
Yeah, there's some kind of term or label that's used. I think it's called Dawson casting.
Okay.
Where it's like you get very easily notable adults to play young people.
Right. That'd be like you and me. That'd be like you and me being cast in like a Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Yeah, that'd be Dawson casting because cinema just doesn't have the balls to get people of the proper age to be in that stuff.
Well, it's hard to find good teenage actors. That's the thing too.
Well, yeah, that's another problem too. But cinema just doesn't want to make a movie where they actually have legitimate minors getting killed by murderers or fucking on camera. We just can't. We just don't have the balls to show it.
Well, I mean, I don't want to see minors fucking on the big screen. That's just me.
Just imply it.
Yeah.
That's fine. There's
We don't want to go Michael Bay Transformers 4 or Transformers 5 level shit here, where he puts a 16-year-old in like short shorts.
No, I was gonna say there's two great examples of sexual intimacy from I think they were probably adults by the time they made these movies, but they were pretty. But they were still. I remember seeing If I Stay, a very terrible teen drama movie, but I'm not going to go into that. Starred Chloe Grace Moretz. She's in a relationship with a guy, and there's a scene where they do it, but it's just a very subtle, very low lit scene that tells you more through implication than actually showing you things, and that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. I know what's happening, and you're not explicitly showing me every detail to drive home what's going on. Yeah. Another great example, at just 17. Now, I don't really know how old all the actors were in that movie. I'm going to assume, like Chloe Grace Moretz, they were probably around 17 or 18 when they made that film.
Right.
But you probably know the scene I'm talking about. There's a very discreet, sexual scene early on in the film.
Right.
And it's a lot of implication and just showing us
exactly
what's going on.
Well, and fucking, but yeah, like I said, I don't want this Joker movie, especially if it's not going to be connected to the DCEU. And it's,
no Jared Leto.
No Jared Leto.
Because apparently, just like Fight Club, we just want to beat the shit out of Jared Leto for no fucking reason.
I felt like destroying something beautiful. But fucking,
He looked such a punk ass in that movie.
Oh, he was. It was great. Fucking, but yeah,
snow white hair and everything.
Well, apparently this is going to be a thing with Warner Brothers where they just want to do standalone character movies that aren't in any continuity, which could be interesting, but like that's going to get confusing.
No, that's like saying Mad Max Fury Road wasn't a sequel to anything.
I'm more okay with that because like it can stand on its own. Like you don't need.
The thing about Mad Max Fury Road is it's the best example of a soft reboot where it technically is a sequel through the eyes of somebody. But if you have not seen any of the previous movies, you will be completely fine watching this one on its own.
Well, because it's such a fucking badass movie.
No, it's a fucking amazing movie. I will never stop praising it. 2015, I would not shut the fuck up about that movie. It was so great. But if you ask George Miller, he claims that it takes place after Beyond Thunderdome.
Yep.
But if you ask other people, they will say it is a soft reboot that is a clean slate without being a full blown clean slate.
Yeah.
You can have it both ways, and it's fine.
But
this
Joker
movie is probably just their response to, okay, our execution of the Joker in Suicide Squad was not well received. People don't like Jared Leto as this character. How the fuck do we keep the Joker in this thing and do it right next time?
Well, no, here's the thing. Apparently, Jared Leto is still signed on for for Suicide Squad 2 and Gotham City Sirens.
Okay. So why the hell would they want to do this? Unless they want to make him younger, which also would not make any sense because...
But because the movie's supposed to take place in the 80s.
Well, the one thing that I find interesting about the Joker is that he's seemingly an ageless character.
Right.
It doesn't matter what decade.
I don't need to see the scene of the Joker before he's the Joker playing around with cards and fumbling around with it at like a casino or something, or him being like, "Oh, I don't like clowns." And shit like that. I don't want any of that wink shit at the camera. You know, but it's just...
Yeah, don't give us any of that. Just make it a completely original idea.
Right.
Can somehow work. Somehow.
Maybe. I don't know. But, did you hear Francis is gonna be in the Hellboy reboot?
Yeah, I mentioned that yesterday. Ed Skrein is gonna be in the Hellboy reboots,
and he's gonna play a Japanese American
character, which I'm glad that he's in the movie. He's a talented he's a great B movie actor.
Yeah,
he knows his place in the world. He's not a great actor, but he's not a terrible one. He's middle ground.
Yeah.
Does great work as that. But then I get like he's playing a Japanese American character?
He's not Japanese.
No. The guy, it's very clearly implied that he's something else. If you watch his movies.
Right.
He's white bread, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
With a very attractive accent, might I add.
Oh, yes. Indubitably. But fucking...
Make him the next James Bond.
I think we should make John Oliver the next James Bond.
No, it's not gonna happen. Well, that's not gonna happen because they made a fucking Transporter sequel with him as the star, and that movie did not do well.
No, but here's what I'm saying. Get John Oliver to be the next James Bond. From last week tonight.
I guess. I was gonna say.
Oh, I'm joking. I
was gonna say like go the Max Payne or like the Max Payne route and just get like a very aged, out of shape actor to bring like a new face to James Bond, where it's kind of like we moved away from the sexy,
right,
badass in his middle of his prime actor to somebody a little bit more I'm too old for this shit kind of vibe.
Or just get like that.
Or just get Idris Elba so we could put some diversity on it.
Yeah,
Imagine how many people would positively flip their shit if we took this iconic character that's pretty much been the fucking same for years and finally made him black.
How many people would freak their shit out though?
Probably the same assholes that thought taking one of the greatest movies ever made and making it star an all-female cast was a good idea. Probably the same groups of people that think that thought
we can't even get the president of the United States to say Nazis are fucking bad. Do you really think that we're going to be able to get James Bond to be black? I mean, culture's fucking changed, man. Maybe like 3 years ago.
We were able to make Deadshot a black guy.
Yes, but that was the first...
We were able to make the Gunslinger a black guy.
Yes, but those characters hadn't been brought to the big screen before, and you had people flipping their shit when he was fucking cast as the Gunslinger.
I wouldn't know anything about that. I just remember being like, hey, more Idris Elba in a movie. Yes, please.
Oh, well, I mean, like, he's great casting. But again, it's just you had so many people on the internet who were just like, Roland is not black, he's white. And I'm like, he's not real. You know?
The fictional character.
They can make him whatever the hell they want. As long as the movie's...
This is called fiction, bitch.
Yep.
Fiction, we can make our own rules.
Yeah. You know?
We can make a reboot or a sequel to something where we completely gender flip the entire cast and who gives a fuck. As long as it's good and well made. We say that now, but like 2 minutes ago we were saying, well, maybe they should have gotten a Japanese guy to play a Japanese guy. Well, if animation and video games can get away with it, then we have like animation and video games can get away with this because it's voice acting.
Yep.
Like one of my favorite characters in animation, Samurai Jack, is voiced by a black guy.
Exactly.
And I don't bat an eye at that because it's a really well performed character.
Exactly.
I'm not physically seeing. It's kind of tricky because if you ask me, depending on what it is, I might feel a little bit different.
Right.
If it's really well done and appropriate, cool. But if you can string for that diversity and get the right person of ethnicity, of color, of gender to be set
exactly. That's all we're fucking saying.
Because if I'm going to segue here, if I'm going to side here, because I'm pretty sure somebody might bring this up. But if you're saying you're okay with a black guy voicing a completely Japanese character, how do you feel about an absolute like a white actress portraying an African American character? Like,
well, I mean, as long as they're not adding yo 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 to beginning of every sentence and speaking jive.
I know Laura Bailey did an excellent job as Nadine, as the secondary antagonist in Uncharted 4.
Yep.
I mean, it was surprising at first, but once I saw her in action, like, she does a really good job as this character, so I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
But this isn't going to be like, what was that movie that came out like a year or two ago with Bradley Cooper, where Emma Stone.
Aloha.
Yeah, this isn't gonna. This is probably not going to be like that.
Where she was supposed to play it, where she was supposedly a half Asian woman.
Yeah, where you're gonna get a white bread actress to portray an ethnic character.
Yeah. But
and not do a fucking thing to change her appearance to fit said role.
Or, just give the role to an Asian actress who hasn't had a lot of roles.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
so Ed Skrein playing a Japanese American character does not rub me the wrong way until I see something that should rub me the wrong way on this.
I mean, I would prefer it if it was a Japanese actor, but
really
whatever.
Do. They could totally. Who could they totally get to?
But here's the thing: there aren't you could find an unknown, give somebody a shot,
Yeah. No, they should get. God damn it! I can never remember his name. What they should get the guy that played they could have got the guy that played Wei Shin in Sleeping Dogs to play this character. He was also the. People probably have no idea who I'm talking about, but he also played that archer in the Wolverine.
Oh, he was really good.
Yeah, get this guy to do it.
Yeah,
I can never remember his name, but he was the archer in the Wolverine, and he played Wei Shin in Sleeping Dogs.
Yep.
Perfect idea right there.
Yep.
But that's not what's happening. So until I get physical, until I get some photographic or some kind of evidence that proves to me that Ed Skrein playing a Japanese American character is a horrible idea, I don't care.
Right. Do we want to talk about the news that made me really, really, really sad?
I told you we didn't have to talk about this.
We can talk about it. Apparently, the whole Joss Whedon ex-wife thing, where apparently his ex-wife said he's not a real feminist. He didn't let her do anything. He had multiple affairs over the last 10 years. Yeah. And this is not us trying to be slanderous. This is not saying...
If you need, we should probably just start citing our sources here.
We'll probably start doing that this episode. I'll probably just start citing, articles and shit.
But just Google this right now. Just go ahead and Google Joss Whedon, and you're probably going to get some top headlines explaining exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, and like I said, not us trying to be slanderous, but, it is kind of sad. If it is...
we wouldn't be talking about this if it wasn't true.
If it is true, I'm not saying it is true, I'm not saying it isn't true, but,
well, yeah,
because I want to tread lightly here, because this is a very heavy issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is a big issue.
And like I said, if it is true,
then shit.
Then fuck, because we've defended Joss on this show before. And now it's like, we stuck our necks out for you, man. Like, what?
We stood, it's like, we vouched for you, man, and you just did this to us.
Well, it's not even to us, it's just like, he did it to like, this is a guy who's coasted along the line of being like a headliner for strong female characters in film and television and comics, and now it's like
this is the cat's out of the bag, and oh fuck, man, how for all we know, Sarah Michelle Gellar had to sleep her way onto
alleged, not even allegedly, just kind of like, that's a joke. That not.
I'm sorry, I'm sputtering my word. Yeah, it's a joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I said,
I'm just poking fun.
Yeah,
But,
exactly. Just let's not fucking. I don't want to open that can of worms.
yeah. But until we get the facts,
But
we don't know.
I mean, this is a story I'm gonna follow because it is kind of a sad story.
It is a sad. Well, I think I also mentioned this when we talked about it like earlier. This is also treading some pretty tricky water, but this is kind of like the Bill Cosby thing, where why are we now just hearing about this?
Yeah.
There is years upon years of offenses and tragic stories, and how come we are just now hearing about it?
Right. And just fucking.
This is almost like the Toby Turner controversy too, where everyone's like, "Oh, hey, Toby Turner, this guy who's a super goofball and is totally appropriate for kids because he's so child friendly and cutesy and adorable and funny." Turns out the guy's an abusive prick.
Right. Well, like I said,
but in that sort, it's the same thing. Where how come we're now just hearing about this?
Okay. Well, this is what I'm gonna say with it. There's a great clip on YouTube of Bill Maher talking about. I think he's on like Kimmel or one of those talk shows, and he's talking about the Bill Cosby accusations, and he gives this example of, well, this is the way I think of it. Woody Harrelson, a friend of mine, was deeply was accused of being a pedophile child molester by his ex-wife, by a person who had every reason in the world to hate him. And it was only one accusation, so, in my opinion, not true. There's like a 99% chance of that not being true. Michael Jackson, who had 2 or 3 accusers, there's a little more there, but it never really came out, and there was like, there's still iffy on that. When you have like 67 to 70 accusers, where there's smoke, there's fire. So with this Joss Whedon thing, it's only his ex-wife, not to belittle her input or anything, just to say it's only one accuser right now, and one thing of that. So, looking at it from that, I don't want to land on either side, but I'm not going to say definitively either one way or the other.
That's a good way to put it than my half-assed attempts to explain or crack wise, because I'm not picking the right words right now. But that's a good way to put it, because
it's
we need. I think it's all hands on deck to get to the truth, to get to the bottom of what's really going on here.
Exactly. And then
is this a matter of, okay, and in recent light, Whedon's getting all this hot press and attention because of everything he's been doing recently, and it's just kind of like, oh, I'm going to ruin his day by just slandering what good name he has in this industry, or something.
I wonder if Warner Brothers is kind of regretting giving him Batgirl now, because of the accusations that she said about he's not a real feminist, he's had affairs, and all this stuff. And like, I wonder if Warner Brothers is going to keep him on Batgirl now.
Well, if they're so abruptly interested in the idea of doing a Joker Origins movie just out of thin air, there's a possibility that they might just like second guess and think, in light of recent events, we're not.
Because even if it's not true, that's going to taint the film. You know what I mean?
I think I'm being optimistic. I'm thinking, there's a chance that this could still. There's a chance that this movie could still happen and still be really good.
Yeah, but again, there's going to be a bunch of controversy behind it now. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully not. But yeah, it's just
It's awful.
you know. But like I said, if he did do this, not saying he did, but if he did do this, I very sad.
It's very disheartening.
It's very disheartening. Thank you.
Because, and I don't always see eye to eye with this man, but I have a lot of respect.
Right, exactly. You know. On to some lighter news. Charlie Cox says that season 3 of Daredevil is going to pull a lot of elements from Born Again, which I'm excited about.
You're getting your wish so far.
I'm getting my wish so far, and bringing in Bullseye hopefully would be cool.
This is the next thing. Is we're now gonna play like a light game of who the hell do we want to be Bullseye if he were to be in season 3?
James Woods. Honestly, no. I honestly think Jason Statham would have made a really good Bullseye.
I have a feeling he's too big now. I have a feeling that after like his work in the recent Fast and Furious movies.
Well, look at all the great work that Sigourney Weaver did on Defenders.
She didn't do shit.
I know.
The problem, and the thing about that is, they're casting people that have either always been stuck on the small screen, or have done big stuff in the past, but are kind of here and there with small movies, past and present.
Right.
And where was Charlie Cox before he was cast as Matt Murdock?
He was on Boardwalk Empire. He did Stardust. Did a lot.
Stardust is the only thing I remember him from.
Which is a really damn good movie.
It's a good movie.
But nobody.
It's one of those movies that makes you feel old.
Yeah.
When you go back and think about like, hey, I was a kid when I saw that movie.
Yeah.
I was a kid when I saw that movie. Like,
speaking of making me feel old, the Aladdin fucking remake.
Oh, I thought you wanted to keep talking about Bullseye.
No, I mean we can keep going, but there was a good transition there. There was a really good transition there, but we could keep talking fucking Bullseye. It's gonna be a tricky role to fucking cast. Because Bullseye's a hard role. And I can't really think of like a lot of people that I immediately think of when I think Bullseye.
Hell, if Ed Sheeran wasn't in the Hellboy reboot, I'd say get him to do it.
If Colin Farrell would come back, I'd be fine with him because he was really fun to watch in the movie.
He was.
I mean, he wasn't Bullseye, but he was fun.
I'm just trying to think. What's a talented badass actor that I can think of? Take away their hair.
Keanu.
Take away their hair. Stamp a bullseye on the forehead. Put him in a badass campy costume with some modern flair to it, and call him Bullseye. That's the tricky part.
I would want to know if they do end up doing Bullseye, which they have to. Like if this, especially if this is going to be the final season of Daredevil, which Born Again it could very well could be. You got to bring in Bullseye.
No, well, it could work just like season 2, where it's a subplot,
right? Where
season 3 is much like 2. It's a series of subplots that are all connected into a bigger picture.
Exactly, but
Frank Castle was your kickoff, and then it was Elektra, and then it was about the hand.
Well, we're gonna have to deal. We're gonna have to deal with Matt coming back and still being alive. Kingpin
I'm probably gonna get my wish of him doing that opening scene. He was recovering at the church or wherever he's being housed.
Well, you got the reference, right?
And he's knitting a sweater for Danny Rand as a way of thanking him for taking over, for looking out for Hell's Kitchen in his absence.
Yeah.
And then gives him a big fuck you and says, "Now get the hell out of my city. Let the big boy take back."
Did you fucking get the reference at the end of Defenders though with that shot? Like not only the Born Again stuff, but what the nun says?
No.
She says, "Get Maggie. Maggie's his mom."
Ah. Oh, okay.
Mother Maggie, yeah.
I see.
So we're gonna deal with him coming back, and like being alive, which I don't know how big or little that story arc's gonna be. Kingpin's probably gonna get out of prison.
Probably that could be one. That'll probably be like the big major subplot towards the end of the season. Is Wilson Fisk getting out of prison?
No, he's got to get out at the beginning because he's gonna be he's the mastermind behind fucking up Matt Murdock's life, because he's still got to keep that promise to him in season 2, where he's like, when I get out of here, I will destroy the lives.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they took what the hell was the name of that arc where Matt goes to prison?
Oh, it's the Bendis run, or it's right. I think it's right before or during the Bendis run. Hello?
An interesting story arc. It's like, I'm gonna just get you, you're gonna be disbarred as a lawyer. I'm gonna frame you for something. You're gonna go to prison, and it's about he's got to break out of prison. He's got to clear his name. He's got to finish the fight as Daredevil.
Yep.
That would be a great way to do it.
That would be an excellent way to do it. You know, bring in, because Kingpin's got to get out of prison in season 3. He has to. Like, they promised us that in season 2. You're going to do elements of Born Again. You got to bring in Bullseye.
Maybe this time the Punisher could actually have a fucking role in this.
I feel like Punisher should be out of season 3 because I feel like especially if this is going to be the last season of Daredevil, it needs to be the finale. It needs to be the big... I would be fine with him showing up for one episode.
I say, yeah, either make like a small appearance in an episode, or because the thing about the Kingpin is that he's kind of a shared villain.
Right.
He's not the Kingpin is not exclusively a Daredevil villain. He's a villain for Spider-Man.
He was a Spider-Man villain, and then Frank Miller made him a Daredevil villain.
Yeah. So the thing about it is that a lot of people get this confused is Kingpin is not exclusive to Daredevil.
Right.
Because what I'm driving at is season 3 could also finally be the death of the Kingpin.
But I don't want Wilson Fisk to die.
And who better to do it than the Punisher?
I feel like if you're gonna kill off Fisk, it's got to be Matt.
Well,
Matt's earned it at this point.
He has, but I feel like that would be so a really out of touch way to end his story. To have him do what Frank tried to make him do, but realized that's never going to happen, is have him cross over to his side of the line.
Right. But do you think we're gonna get the backstory with Karen that they've been hinting at in small places in the show?
I wouldn't be surprised if this was like the death of her character too.
That could be true. That would be true.
Because her character goes into some dark places.
Oh yeah, she does.
Before she dies.
Oh yeah, she does.
Has to do some very dark, depressing stuff just to live.
I mean, she's the one who starts the whole arc in Born Again. You know,
she may just be the cutesy friend turned girlfriend turned ally.
Oh, that would be so fucked up. Like first episode, Wilson Fisk gets out of prison, and he kidnaps Karen, and like drugs her up, and like gets her addicted to drugs and shit. To fucking spill the beans.
I think they could go even darker. I would say first episode he gets out. He gets a professional, sends him to go find Karen. He roughs her up a little bit. Maybe he does a couple other things to be very villainous to her, and then drags her over to Fisk. And
yeah.
Then proceeds to do worse to her to get information out of her regarding Murdock.
Right. And it's just fucking like
huge. That would be a huge way to completely do something different with her character and just fucking destroy her to drive home that this is the real low point.
Right. Well, because it's just like, well, I would want all that if this is the final season. If it's not the final, if it's not the final season, you can hold off on some stuff, I think. But if it is the final season, make it the best fucking season you fucking can.
Make this the best of any Marvel show to ever exist.
Make this the best Marvel make this the best Marvel anything.
Yeah. Make it so.
Make it so.
Until season 2 of The Punisher gets made.
Until The Punisher gets made?
The Punisher season 1's going to be up by the time season 3 happens. So by then, season 2 will probably be rolling around and be better in my eyes because it's The Punisher.
How pissed would you be if they canceled the season 2 of Punisher to make season 3 of Iron Fist? I wish you guys could see his face right now. He's
they're pushing the Punisher to release Defenders and give it its own space to do its own thing. Because I think that's probably another problem why they're doing that, is because I'm pretty sure somebody or some group of people knew Defenders wasn't going to be as good. So they heavily are pushing the Punisher as far away as they can.
Yeah.
To give Defenders as much airtime as possible before they let this series air, because when the Punisher rolls around, that's hands down going to be my favorite Marvel thing of this
It's going to be your favorite Marvel show before you even press play.
It is.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I was that way with Daredevil. I
keep rewatching his scenes from season 2 of Daredevil.
Yep.
I keep watching the teaser trailer. I keep looking at screenshots and photos from the show.
Well, this
is my favorite fucking show. I'm already even looking up all the merchandise I can get of the Punisher from this world.
Well, and that scene at the fucking hospital bed when he's like, not guilty, you going down, you fucking bitch.
All of his scenes are just great.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm probably gonna dip a little around like $100 just to get an exact replica of his vest from the series. We're still planning on going to fucking New York Comic Con as fucking Punisher and Matt Murdock. Yeah, most definitely.
Fuck yeah!
And I don't want to settle for a T-shirt. I want to get an actual custom made vest identical to his.
Yep.
Get a custom paint job to do the skull because I can't paint for shit. And just oh man, that would just be amazing. I'm gonna wake up early that morning. Like, all right, season 1 of The Punisher airs today.
Yeah, fucking
6 in the morning. I'm gonna watch it all in one day.
And then watch your fucking internet goes down. And I'm texting you like, oh man, are you watching Punisher? I'm on like episode 4.
Oh no, if my internet goes down that day, I'm just gonna break into somebody else's house.
You're just gonna break to watch the Punisher show?
Like, I need your fucking internet just for today.
Just for today.
No, I'll call up my uncle and say, hey, is it alright if I hang out at your house today while you're at work and use your internet to watch this?
Yeah, fucking.
He'd probably would say yes.
Okay, fucking. But speaking of the Defenders, Finn Jones says that Iron Fist Season 2 is going to be better than the first season. It's going to have better fight scenes.
I don't believe him.
I don't believe...
I don't believe the fucking word he's saying. I don't. Again, I'm pretty sure he's a nice guy. Probably... Maybe somebody did him a couple favors and said, hey, you want to be Iron Fist? You want to be part of this Marvel thing? Like, okay, cool. That sounds like fun.
Well, apparently they start shooting in like 4 to 5 months.
I don't care. I just don't care. Iron Fist. Go away.
#IronFuck.
Oh, I forgot to spread that. That would have been a funny thing to do.
You didn't spread it?
No, I forgot to.
Ah. You have failed this city.
Oh, hell no. I haven't failed. I'm doing it right now.
But, you know.
Wait. Yeah. Let's go back.
Fucking.
It's gonna be terrible. I
don't know.
There's no hope for Iron Fist ever.
Watch, the second season comes out and they pull a Winter Soldier on us where it's just like the best season ever.
No, but the thing about that is that Captain America: The First Avenger was at least an entertaining movie.
True.
It doesn't have enough Captain America in it, but it's an entertaining superhero movie. And then the Winter Soldier just happened to be better in every way.
True. That would be hilarious, though, if Iron Fist Season 2 comes out and it's, like, the best season of television ever.
I don't think that's ever going to happen because there are people out there that love Breaking Bad to death that will just disagree in a heart.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, I'm more saying, like, watch, like, Season 2 is really good.
It's that same group of people that are like, hey, Breaking Bad may be over, but hey, go watch Better Call Saul. It's just as good, but not because it's not Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whatever.
Yeah. But fucking, you know, like I said, it's just fucking,
Crazy is what it is.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. But, yeah, so that...
No, let's go back to tearing Disney a new one and talk about their fucking Aladdin movie.
Oh, fuck that movie. Fuck that bullshit. It looks fucking terrible. And, it's a piece of shit. Because why the fuck do you need to remake Aladdin? It's not that fucking old. Stop with the live action
Maybe
remakes.
this time they'll establish that it actually takes place in a post-apocalyptic future.
Yes.
Like, it's a post-apocalyptic future. Everything's barren deserts, but we have some cities. Magic is real. No, just don't fucking do it.
Yeah. But like,
gonna...
and why Will Smith is the genie? I swear to God, if Friend Like Me becomes a rap song, I'm going to stab my pillow.
What, your sexy body pillow that you don't have?
I have a body pillow back home. I just don't have it in Florida. Because why the hell do I need a body pillow in Florida?
I don't know. I thought about getting one of those just for the sake of comfort.
They are really comfy, though. Like, you can cuddle with them.
No, they look comfortable. They look super comfortable.
Yeah.
I just never got one.
I had one as a kid. So, like, the pillow was, like, just as big, if not a little bigger than me. So, like, it was so fucking great.
I never had such a luxury. I just had to get, like, extra pillows.
Yeah.
I would just sleep on, like, a mountain of pillows when I was younger. I still kind of do that today.
Oh, yeah.
It's still comfortable. But no. This Aladdin movie is just going to be fucking terrible because it doesn't need to happen.
Here's the thing. I don't hate the two leads. You know what I mean?
I just don't care. I just don't like the fact that Disney's doing this to just get more money from us.
Well, yeah, it's not done in an artistic way. It's not like, hey, it's going to be the 25th anniversary of Aladdin. Wouldn't it be cool if we did a remake in live action?
It's not like, hey, it's not like doing it for the sake of, doing it for the fans. It's doing it because we know this will get your money.
Yeah.
This is why we've hired Jon Favreau to fucking do The Lion King, because The Jungle Book was so great.
Right. And why the hell is fucking Guy Ritchie doing Aladdin? Why Guy Ritchie?
Why the fuck are you... If you're gonna do a Lion King movie, if you managed to get James Earl Jones back, how the fuck did you not get Jeremy Irons back?
I don't know.
That guy's still alive and ticking well.
Exactly.
Get him. If you're gonna do essentially a remake of something, and you had Jeremy Irons in it, get him back.
Yeah.
That man's awesome.
Right, fucking. The only part that I'm looking forward to in the live action Aladdin movie is I want to see the live action version of Escaping the Cave of Wonders.
Okay.
Where they're flying the magic carpet and shit, and the lava's chasing them, and they're doing the upside down shit, and
It'll be like the cart seekers from Temple of Doom.
yeah.
If it's done well.
If it's done well. But
it could look fake as shit, and when you see the behind the scenes, it's just our main actor just sitting on like
a green screen.
Yeah, it's basically gonna be like the fucking prequels. He's just gonna be like a green screen, just on a green screen sheet, on a level on like a large platform. There's just green screens all around him, and it's all fake as shit, and he's just in costume.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna just. If you can do it, like, add some practicality to it, do it, please. Don't make it all digital for the sake of budgets.
Right.
Go the extra mile, damn it.
Well, and then fucking...
Or just don't make the movie.
My thing is, like, how are the characters going to look?
Oh, I'm anticipating the fact that the tiger is going to be completely digital.
Tiger, I could see being digital.
It's like, oh yeah, we don't want to train an actual tiger to do these things, so we're just going to make him digital.
Oh, I bet Abu's going to be digital. I bet Abu.
It's going to be fucking terrible because it's like.
Hello? Damn it. Are you there?
In a movie,
it's going to look super terrible in a live-action movie with a digital tiger.
You cut out through that entire speech.
I did. Shit. Okay. I'm saying basically the gist of what I said was making the tiger digital is going to be terrible because it's going to look because of how fake as shit it's going to look. You could just train a tiger.
Yeah.
To just act all cutesy and express itself like an animal would. Without having to express through eyes and making human expressions and reactions. But
how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet Abu's going to be CG?
I'm pretty much going to put a full bet on the table that he's going to be.
Yeah, which is going to be weird to see us because you can do CG monkeys well, but it's just a little monkey. You can't train a little monkey.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing as the tiger. You could totally do this, but you're not going to.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they get the parrot back. What if they got we're gonna get we're not gonna get we're gonna get Gilbert Gottfried to come back and reprise the role as the fucking parrot.
As what's the parrot's fucking name? Shit.
No, it'd be
Iago.
Yeah, Iago. Just get him back to reprise that role. It's like, hey, everybody, it's Gilbert Gottfried. Remember when he was important?
Hey, I like Gilbert Gottfried.
What?
But no, that would be fucking hilarious if Abu and the Raja and Iago are all fucking CG, but for some reason the magic carpet they do live action puppetry.
That would be funny, but I doubt they're gonna do it.
Because the carpet's gonna be CG.
No, just everything about that movie is just going to rub me the wrong way, and I'm not looking forward to that.
And then, of course, you gotta do... Unless they're going to have Will Smith in blue makeup show up on set.
No, they're just going to poorly use, just editing and green screen to make him look like a blue... Just turn him blue.
That would be weird.
He's just going to look like a fucking Na'vi without all the animalistic features.
Right. But fucking... No, my thing, because Genie's going to be CGI, obviously.
What if they just make the Genie just complete parody of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh my god, he does his origin song. He does a song about his origin into the melody of the Fresh Prince theme. Yeah. But
that's just a fan service to both Fresh Prince fans and just Will Smith fans in general.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
No, that would be hilarious.
Yep.
Just put him in blueface.
In West Agrabah, trapped in a cave, I'll be sitting in a lamp day by day. Oh my god.
That would be great.
It would be great for all the wrong reasons.
It would, but I would still get a laugh out of that.
Yeah.
Because I watched reruns of The Fresh Prince as a kid.
Well, everybody watched reruns of The Fresh Prince.
Yeah. So that would be totally okay for them to do that. It'd be stupid as hell. Be like, hey, you guys remember The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Fucking Genie's basically just going to be a parody of that.
Yeah.
And it's going to be awesome.
That would be fucking great.
It would be.
No.
That's what these remakes should just be doing. Is taking their notable actors and basically just have them be parodies of previous characters they've done.
Yeah. It's just fucking...
I don't know, Scarlett Johansson was the snake in the Jungle Book. They should have just had her be a parody of the sister from Home Alone 3.
We don't talk about that movie.
Who remembers young Scarlett Johansson? Anybody?
I remember young Scarlett Johansson was in Follow That Bird.
I never saw that.
You never saw Follow That Bird?
Nope.
Sesame Street?
Nope. I did. I mean, I saw Sesame Street as a kid, but I never saw what you're talking about.
Okay.
That's something I'm gonna have to look into.
Big Bird. Big Bird. Like there's this organization that finds birds without parents adopted homes. So they go to Sesame Street and give Big Bird a family, and he lives with a bunch of dodos, and they're annoying as hell. And then he tries to get back to Sesame Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then a young Scarlett Johansson just helps him with that.
Yeah, she's in that movie.
Oh.
There's one part where she's in the movie. But
well, I'm gonna say let's just go about it. No, what she should have been is just a parody of her character from Lost in Translation.
Yes.
Let's go back. Let's just go back to a time when Scarlett Johansson was still like a minimally attractive up and coming actress in a little otherwise independent movie.
Right. You know.
Who remembers that? Who remembers the days when Scarlett Johansson was still an up and comer and just average in terms of looks?
She was never average in terms. Like she was always like, when she really became like a movie star.
Yeah. I
mean, she was always really good looking.
Yeah. I'm just driving at the fact that I just remember a time when she was just still average looking.
Well, and
I think she looks better that way.
Yeah.
I don't like her when she's all dolled up for anything.
Yeah.
It's distracting. It's the same thing with Jennifer Lawrence. Like you take certain people and you doll them up for their characters, that it's distracting how fake that is.
Oh. Is it sad that like X-Men, the next X-Men movie is being filmed and no one really cares because I haven't heard any news stories about it?
I don't care. Because it's gonna be Dark Phoenix and it's gonna suck ass.
It's their second attempt at Dark Phoenix. Just give it back to Marvel.
The only saving grace is gonna be McAvoy and Fassbender.
I love McAvoy, and
no, I do too.
I don't know why Jennifer Lawrence is back.
That is a talented man.
Yep.
All you have to do is watch a small handful of his movies to know what he's capable of.
Have you ever seen him in Filth?
I was just about to mention that. You want to see one of his best performances ever?
Oh,
just watch Filth.
I love him in Filth.
You want to see one of cinema's biggest scumbags? Watch Filth.
Yes.
That fucker he is such a fucking despicable person. It's amazing.
Yes.
You're going to have to take a shower after watching him in that movie.
Yep.
It'll make you feel gross. You're going to be... And you thought he was a fucking psycho in Split? No.
Oh, dude, we need to start talking about that because I'm looking forward to
Glass.
Yes, I'm so looking forward to Glass.
As a person who's only now regaining some faith in M. Night Shyamalan, we'll see.
But it's a sequel to a movie. It's a sequel to two movies that to one movie I love and one I really, really like.
That's fine. We'll see. Yeah. Bruce Willis is too old to give a shit anymore. Samuel L. Jackson is just going to keep making movies until he dies.
Yeah.
So we'll see where it goes.
Which, did you hear the rumor that apparently he's not in Avengers 3 or 4?
And he's not happy about it. Yes, I have. And I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
What, are they going to announce to what? Are they just going to pull what the comic books did and say that he was just a white, that there's, like, he's junior and that his
Just pull the opposite of what the comics did? That'd be hilarious. But
yeah, that's what I was thinking, like, because there's probably a lot of confused people out there that think Nick Fury was always black. No, he wasn't. He was originally white.
And he was played by David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff in an attempt at a Marvel series way back in the day.
Oh, in the 90s? Yes. That was written by David S. Goyer.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, he was originally white, but in the Ultimate comic books, they thought, in an attempt to kind of
Well, no. The whole thing with Ultimate was that they were the guy writing it was like, I just kind of see Nick Fury as Sam Jackson. So they just made him Sam Jackson, and Sam Jackson's like, cool, as long as you make him as long as you make me him in the movie.
Yeah, like they just wanted to reinvent the character, so they made him black, and it worked.
Yep.
And that became the norm. But then the main continuity was like, but he's still white. Like, I got it. Nick Fury's still white, but this is his kid, who also is missing an eye.
That was weird.
It was fucking stupid, is what it was.
Yeah.
Like, wait, Nick Fury Jr.? He's black?
Yep. And he's missing an eye patch and just happens to look like
an eye patch like that too?
And just happens to look like Sam Jackson.
It just happens to look like a regular old Sam.
Well, that audio went weird.
Okay. But yeah, that's the Nick Fury. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think at this point, like, Marvel is literally just have all their eggs in one basket, and they just aren't gonna deliver on having all these characters in these upcoming movies.
Well, my thing is, like, if you're not gonna bring him back for 3 or 4, why did you not kill him off in Winter Soldier?
Right? That's what they should have done.
Because he only shows up in Avengers 2 in the barnyard scene, and then, like, the helicarrier scene, and that's it.
Well, yeah, he pretty much doesn't do shit in Age of Ultron, and in the Winter Soldier, he doesn't do anything in that either. He just comes back to Cap Robert Redford.
Yeah. And then fucking...
Like, we want Nick Fury in this movie because you're awesome as this character. People love Nick Fury. People love Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
But we want to shock fans by making it seem like you're dead, but we don't have the balls to kill off heroes.
Yep.
Because we just don't got it in us. We don't like... Death is a concept we don't want to accept.
Yep.
Yeah. But, so, let's bring you back and have you shoot Robert Redford. How does that sound?
I'll shoot Robert Redford. But fucking...
It's like, we want you to shoot the Electric Horseman.
We want you to shoot him for being in that shitty Great Gatsby movie. Like, back in, like, the 70s or 80s, whenever that was made.
It's like, that's what we want you to do.
Mm-hmm. But do we have anything else?
Whatever. I'm Samuel Jackson. I don't give no fucks.
Do we have anything else?
Wait, I'm gonna there's just so much that happens. Okay, so Cable finally got unveiled for Deadpool 2.
Yep.
We didn't talk about that.
He looks like Cable.
Yeah, when I first saw that picture, like, no fuck. Well, I was at the Secretary of State's office getting my car registered.
Oh.
So I was just passing time. I was scrolling through Twitter, like, no fucking way! It's first pictures of Cable, and he looks badass.
Yep.
Josh Brolin looks fucking awesome as Cable. I
Yep.
love this. Like, I am so excited to see what happens. I cannot wait.
Yep.
I cannot wait to see Cable in action. It's gonna be awesome. And then
Justice League Dark is apparently getting narrowed down a director.
Good. Because that movie still needs to get made.
It does.
It does. Because it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
What?
Stephen King's It is hoping to track really well at the box office.
I might go see it.
You don't want to go. You don't want to go see The Clown.
It's not that I'm scared of clowns. It's just I just don't really feel overly enthusiastic about the film. That's just a personal thing for me.
Oh, okay. Oh.
If you ask me, the only thing of Stephen King that I ever really enjoyed, with the exception of The Dark Tower very recently, was Stand By Me.
Oh, I love Stand By Me.
That's the only thing he's ever made up until recently that I've actually had appreciation for.
What about The Shining?
I didn't really like it that much.
Huh.
I thought it's an okay movie. It's an okay story, but
I didn't like the movie.
I thought, okay, I'll move on to something else. Like, it's a really well made horror movie, just not something that appealed to me.
Yep. Oh.
I guess I'll say that with all the recent blunders of horror movies, hit and miss, I'm just a little. I guess there's just when it comes to going back and appreciating older horror movies, it's tough to do.
Yeah.
If you, the only Evil Dead is still the only franchise that I love the most. That one still gets me. Coming from the guy that still hasn't seen Ash vs. Evil Dead yet, because fuck stars.
I saw the first episode for free.
I saw the first episode for free, but I haven't seen both seasons.
Yep.
Because I just have simple cable, and don't have have those channels as part of my subscription, so it's a pain in the ass. And the thing is, you can rent the episodes, but you can't rent the whole season.
Right.
I checked on YouTube, wait, hang a second. I can't just rent the whole season and watch it in one session. I have to pay $1.99 for each episode.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Right. Well, it's not even on Netflix either.
I don't know. Maybe it's on. Maybe I can rent the whole season on Amazon. Versus Evil Dead. Gets okay. All right. Amazon looks promising.
Oh, and sorry if the audio comes out kind of wonky. I'm gonna check the mic after we finish recording.
Oh, what a delight! I can buy the whole season. I can either buy the whole season or rent episodes for $2.99 a piece instead of $1.99 on YouTube.
Ooh,
so that's awful. Why?
But
and then I'm going to move on to something else. Microsoft is assuring us that Steven Spielberg is still making a Halo movie, which
does anyone give a shit about Halo anymore?
Let's. Here's how I'm going to analyze this. Halo right now is not doing so hot. For one of Xbox's biggest franchises, the A game went out the door when Bungie left to go make Destiny.
Well, yeah.
Halo 4 was an okay title. Halo 5 was a missed opportunity. And then Halo 6 isn't happening anytime soon. And all of their attempts to expand to different mediums have been hit and miss.
Right.
Their Halo miniseries was okay. Don't get me wrong, I think it's great. I think it's great that they want to introduce a new cast of characters to the universe, but you cannot replace the Master Chief. Sorry, Mike Holter, you're awesome as Agent Locke. You're a great character, but you can't replace a guy that we've been rooting for since the early 2000s.
Right.
It's just not gonna fucking happen. Go make your mark as Luke Cage, not as Agent Locke, man. You can do better.
Yeah. But
and
anything new gaming wise?
Gaming wise, the Evil Within 2 is coming, and I can't wait for that.
Is Half-Life 3 confirmed yet?
Nope. Not gonna. Nope.
Damn it.
Well, Gamescom is this week, so there could be some announcements here and there. What I want to be announced, what I really was hoping would get announced, is the next Tomb Raider game.
Yeah.
But what all they announced was we're doing an enhanced version of Rise of the Tomb Raider on the Xbox One X. Like, the game already looks amazing. Why do you need to release an enhanced version for what otherwise is just a technical update to an existing system?
I don't know.
Just give us a fucking game, new game already. Tomb Raider came out in 2013. They announced Rise of the Tomb Raider in 2014. Came out in 2015.
Yeah.
And then they re-released Rise of the Tomb Raider for PlayStation 4 last year.
Well, and then it's just I still want news about that fucking Spider-Man game.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. Is the Spider-Man game is that the situation with that is they're keeping details incredibly close to the chest. So instead of giving us bucket loads of information to keep us at bay, they are testing our patience by telling us nothing.
Well,
and that's annoying. It's legitimately annoying.
It is. It is.
You mean you can't do a just
a fucking release date?
Well, a release date would be nice, but just do what NetherRealm Studios does. Every once in a while, they'll do a podcast where they just talk about stuff in the game.
Right.
It's basically like their way of communicating directly with the fans.
Exactly.
Where every other week they just sit down with some of the developers, play an hour and a half of show off an hour and a half of gameplay, and that keeps people keeps people interested and keeps people satisfied. I remember when Mortal Kombat X was still in development. Early in the mornings while I was getting ready for school, I would listen and watch those podcasts to get new glimpses of gameplay, to see how the characters function and everything. That kept my anticipation. That kept me excited until I finally got to play the game.
Yeah.
And Bethesda's doing a similar thing with The Evil Within 2, Wolfenstein, all of their upcoming games for this year. They're regularly releasing articles and interviews talking about these games. Like Insomniac, Sony, whoever's in charge of the flow of information on this thing. Just give us regular updates on where this game is sitting at.
I hope it's not Sony. I'm learning to hate them.
It's Sony Interactive.
I know, but still.
Well, to my understanding, the way the situation is working here is that Insomniac has all the power here.
Yay!
Sony Interactive basically just approached them and said, "We want you to make a Marvel game for us, and we're going to give you complete control." So they took it as an opportunity to create a next generation Spider-Man game that would be the opportunity for them to realize everything they've wanted to do with the character, while still satisfying fans.
Is this going to be their Dark Knight, Arkham Knight trilogy?
Basically.
Is that what they want to plan to do? Is they want a trilogy?
Well, they're not blatantly saying that, but that's what it's coming off as.
Okay.
Like Rocksteady in the Arkham series, Insomniac is basically spearheading an entire new series of Spider-Man video games that they exclusively control.
Which I'm cool with.
Which is great.
Yep.
This video game is supposed to be the kickoff to not only a new series of Spider-Man video games made by one of the greatest developers in the world, but it's also going to be the kickoff of an entirely new generation of Marvel video games. But the problem is, all of the ones that we currently have suck.
Yes.
All
DC is so much better at video games. Consistently. Like,
the problem is, all the remasters are just meh. Like, I can spend $20 to get a remaster of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
yeah.
Okay, sure, but it's just a remaster. Hey, you can get a remaster of Deadpool, but the Deadpool game was okay, and
but the
Deadpool game is a very meh.
It's a good script. It's just not good gameplay.
Yeah, it's a very meh game at most.
Well, and then the last Marvel game I remember really, really liking was Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1.
Yeah, but the remasters of those also were terrible.
Yeah.
Those sucked. I have no interest in playing Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy series.
Because that's not a video game. It's just an interactive story.
My problem is that Telltale, that's all they do is fan service projects.
Yeah.
They don't do anything original. So when they announced that they were doing a series based on Guardians of the Galaxy, I had no interest because it's just going to be fan service.
Yeah.
For quick time events. Hell, they just released the first episode of the second season of their Batman series.
Yep.
And I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll just replay the Arkham video games.
Fuck yeah. The first two, at least.
Yeah. What they should do a remaster of The Punisher. That was one of my favorite Marvel video games ever, and one of the best Marvel video games to ever get made, and that game stuck in 2005.
Yeah.
Like, remaster that. That was a great action shooter.
Yeah.
Or just just make another game like it.
Or give me my goddamn Daredevil game.
Give you your goddamn Daredevil game. But
I will.
Right?
And if that comes out, I am going to fucking oh my god.
And Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite looks like shit.
It looks terrible.
No, yeah, I love the Marvel vs. Capcom series, but holy crap, Infinite looks like garbage.
It does look like garbage.
The characters look like those before and after pictures of drug addicts.
Yep.
The gameplay does not look innovative at all. Everything about this game reeks of cheap.
Yep.
And I'm not looking forward to this.
Nope.
I just want it to be the first quarter of 2018, and I want Spider-Man.
Yes.
I want my next generation Spider-Man game. I want to be swinging through the streets of New York, taking down obscure Spider-Man villains one at a time.
Fuck yeah.
By the way, Sony, if you're taking suggestions, make Mr. Negative one of your villains, please.
He already is.
No, like in a movie is what I was getting.
Okay. Okay.
When I saw the first trailer, I recognized, holy shit, Mr. Negative's going to be a villain in this game.
Yep.
So Sony, if you're take a page from your interactive department, take a page from Insomniac, and make Mr. Negative a villain in a movie, please.
But I want Mysterio.
You can have both.
Yay.
You can have both.
Yes. Two great tastes that taste great together.
We can have Bruce Campbell playing a campy, corny villain.
Yep.
And we can get maybe... Who could we get to play Mr. Negative?
I
got it. B.D. Wong. Let's get him.
B.D. Wong would be awesome.
Let's get him as Mr. Negative, please.
Yep.
Please. Pleases and thank yous. Let's make it happen.
Yep. All right. Well,
I want...
But we're at an hour and 15. Do you want to call it?
I mean,
Unless you have something else.
I'm checking. I'm currently. There's not a whole lot going on in the realm of video games. I mean, there's new stuff here and there. It's announced that. It was announced that that the classic game Fear Effect is being remade. Resident Evil Revelations is getting a re-release on the Switch.
Okay. All right.
I don't give a rat's ass about Call of Duty World War II.
How many fucking games in fucking Call of Duty have been set in World War fucking II?
The first handful of them, and then two of their more recent ones. World at War, which was released in the late 2000s, and then this one.
Right.
And it's just, we get it. There's enough World War stuff out there. You can stop now, please.
Well, my thing is, I'm starting to think that, like, we're just obsessed with going back and reliving World War II because we were unequivocally the good guys. You know what I mean? Like, there was no question. The Nazis were the bad guys and the Americans were the good guys.
Hell, I mean, just look at Bethesda. Wolfenstein 2 is still focusing on fucking Nazis being the bad guys.
Exactly. Well, because that's the thing. Nazis are great bad guys. Because you don't need to explain them. They're Nazis. You know?
Yeah.
That's it. They're just fucking Nazis.
They're just overly privileged white people, just killing other white people and ethnic people.
Yes.
Because they hate them.
And then our president supports them. Boom! Social commentary.
Boom! Slam! That's...
Fuck. But
I still want to do I still want to do a horror movie that focuses on all the occult stuff that the Nazis did. Make a movie about that.
That would be cool.
Like, stop focusing on the actual war and let's start focusing on the really darker shit that happened during that time.
Yeah.
We don't hear about all the experiments the Nazis did on people.
Well, I hear about them.
To benefit their shits.
I hear about them.
Well, if you do some digging, if you do some research on your own, you'll find it.
Well, yeah, I mean, who do you think they did it to?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But nobody talks about that. They just want to see guns, explosions, biplanes falling out of the sky, and all that.
The Michael Bay audience.
They want, your Michael Bay audience, an audience that now has robots in disguise.
Well, I honestly think Transformers 5 is bombed. I don't think it's made its money.
Really?
Yep.
Let's get the
I think it made like $400 million.
Let's get the numbers on this. And nope, it made its money back.
How much did it make?
Over $600 million.
Boo.
On a less than $300 million budget.
Right, but you gotta double that for marketing.
Yeah. So, yeah, it made its money back.
Yeah, but it broke even. It didn't make a profit yet.
Oh, yeah, when you say that, you got me there.
Maybe we won't get a Transformers cinematic universe.
No, I don't want that. No, I don't want it.
You don't want it?
I'm like that one stubborn kid that just doesn't want to eat his vegetables. I don't want it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
No.
It's just terrible.
Are you eating Ben and Jerry's?
What?
Are you eating Ben and Jerry's?
Yes, I am.
And you didn't bring me any, you bastard.
Yeah, like I can just hand you Ben and Jerry's through the computer right now.
I mean, have you tried?
If I could, I would, but this guy can't, so you have to painstakingly go to a store and get it yourself.
No! It requires me to get out of bed.
Well, maybe if Amazon delivered this to your door, they probably, but they can't.
But that would mean I'd have to get out of bed and go to the door and open it and sign something to get the ice cream.
No, they don't. They just leave. No, once it's paid for, they just leave the box at your doorstep.
Yeah, but then I'd have to get up and go to the door to get it.
So what? That saves you time and gas having to drive to a store and pick up your groceries for the week.
True. Actually, I do like going grocery shopping, to be honest.
No, I enjoy it too, but because I lost my car during that time, I had to order everything online.
Yes.
And I didn't feel like asking a friend to just do all the driving for me. Like, no, I'll just order everything online. I'll be one of those people.
I would have taken you, but you didn't ask.
Yep, and I still regret it, but once the money's there, I'm coming back.
All right. Well, hey, we're at an hour and 21 minutes, and we're talking about groceries, so do we have anything else?
Nope, I'm done.
All right. Well, this has been Two Dorks, One Mic. I'm Kyle.
I'm James. Thanks for watching. We'll be back.
And if you want to get alerted whenever we post a new video, hit the subscribe button and click on the bell for new notifications. So,
and also follow us on social media because we're there too.
Yep, we're on Twitter. I think we have a Facebook page.
We do not. We just have the Twitter.
All right, we just have the Twitter. So if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow us on Twitter.
It's already enough that we have a Twitter. Facebook's not going to happen.
All right, cool.
If people demand it, I'd say we could start doing Q&As too.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, we'll let you go and talk to y'all later. See you in the next video.
Bye.